Hi guys and welcome to my review of Boku no Hero Academia chapter 171. I did not do review of last chapter because I was ill. But I feel like that's okay. It was quite a chill chapter. I mean, it was very cute though with the Aries stuff, and then we got we met the new villain. Oh my god, already forgot his name, Gentle, or something. And we meet him again in this chapter just to get to know what he's all about. So obviously I was wrong when I said he wasn't the villain, because I was like, it doesn't really make sense, but I mean, he was a very different villain. Still think he's related to Aoyama. I mean, the French and just the way that he acts and his design, I mean, I still see the resemblance, so that's still what I'm putting my money on, that he's related to Aoyama, possibly his father, but who knows. I don't know if I'm gonna talk too much about him, but let's just get him out of the way, just because, it's not that I don't find him interesting, but I do feel like his concept is very simple, so there's not much to talk about, because it's very straightforward. He's a villain, but he has, like, a good motive, because, things that he attack are people, or, companies who are doing something wrong, like the people who are trying to sell outdated pudding. So obviously it's again he's going about the wrong way, because you could do reports, you could, with the way that he's doing things like doing YouTube videos, I suppose, you could just alert people of the issue, and if you're a hero you probably get more attention if you're pointing something out than if you're a villain, because if you're a villain people will automatically not take your side, just as shown in the comments that he gets. But I suppose he could be one of those people who were a hero and then decide that's not gonna work, so he's gonna do it the more vigilante kind of way, or in this case not as much vigilante, because he's doing it very publicly and wants views and stuff. Oops. But I do like his concept. It's like a very chilled, extravagant, flamboyant version of Stain, because it's still like I have a good motive and I'm trying to make the world a better place, but I have a very unique way and possibly not the right way of going about it. So I'm interested in seeing, where this is going, because I still find him as a very chilled villain. He doesn't seem like the type who would be good in a fight, although I might be very wrong about that. But unless the League of Villains get involved or something, I don't think, I think this arc is gonna be more focused on characters. Gonna be focused on character development. It's gonna be focused on some choices that characters make. Obviously I'm gonna talk about Bakugo, not just because I love him, because a big part of this chapter is actually about Bakugo and how his feelings are very different from everyone else's in this chapter. And you're also gonna see that I can be possibly objective with Bakugo, because I don't necessarily agree with him this chapter. I rarely do agree with Bakugo on like issues and stuff, because he's a little bit blinded by his own motivation and stuff, but we're gonna talk about that later. Actually we're gonna talk about it in like 2 minutes. But we go back to UA and we go back to Class A, and how they decided doing that stage show where they dance and they play music, and I was like, oh, apparently they've done this like as a stress relief and to aid other departments and stuff like that, which is very nice. And then you have other people in UA kind of like talk about their bag, just being like, oh, they're so stuck up, like they're causing trouble and now they're doing something for us, like they're just they just think they're better than us, and obviously Bakugo hears that, and it doesn't sit well with him. But I'm just gonna point out that the old Bakugo would have called him out right then and there, so he's developing. Like, just think about it. He would definitely have, like, I don't know if he would have punched him in the face, because he's still like a good boy in the way that he doesn't do things that he knows will get him punished. Unless he really needs to, like with the fight we had with Deku 30-ish chapters ago. 30? Oh my god, it's more than that, like 60 chapters ago. But we have that really, I think it's a really good conversation, and it's a very good point that Bakugo brings up, the fact that they're putting a lot of energy into something that's half a stress relief and half something that they're doing to please other people. And I do side with the class on this, because obviously they are under a lot of stress, and sometimes it's good just to do something like that. And as heroes, I do believe that they, if possible, should please like other people. Obviously that's not their job, but because they're still heroes in training, and because the school festival is a place where other departments get to shine, I think it's fine what the class is doing. But on the other hand, I do also get Bakugo's view, because they are heroes in training. And obviously there isn't much they could do that would align with what Bakugo wants. But it's still the line between what's needed and what you want to do, because they are very young. And as Aisawa and All Might talked about, they have been putting people under a lot of stress, and they haven't been all the best at dealing with. They talked about this in relation to Bakugo, and how they haven't really been like amazing at managing mental health, when they should have been more aware about just what kind of pressure they're putting on their students, especially this class who've been through so much, and they're still like 16 years old. And someone like Bakugo, who's currently feeling like he's falling a little bit behind because of the hero license thing, and the fact that Deku, who's his main rival, has been doing this hero internship. He's obviously maybe not out there trying to prove himself, but he definitely wants to progress. And I think the feeling of him just like practicing a month playing on the drums, that's not really gonna sit with him, even though he's really amazing, which, hey, another headcanon of mine was confirmed. That was really funny though, because I was like, immediately when they said drums, I was like, yeah, Bakugo's definitely gonna do this. He's not. It would be nice if he could do it though, but because he's not really he doesn't participate a lot in class discussions and class activities, which I would love to see him do more. He usually sticks to his little group of Kirishima, Kaminari, Zero, and sometimes Tokoyami. So it would be nice to see him connect with other people. It was really nice to have him and Jiro actually talk, somewhat civilized. Obviously Bakugo is kind of angry here, and that is because his opinion differs so much from the other class and the others in the class. But I think it's important to acknowledge both views, even though I think most of you will probably agree with the class A, just as I do, that what they're doing now is needed, just for their own mental health, especially for the people who were on the Chisaki mission. Just the stress they must be under would be incredible. But what I'm gonna talk about is just where Bakugo would be going from here, especially because he seems to be kind of lone wolfing it right now, and that's a little bit different from the direction he was going in before, where he was a little bit more talkative. He was talking more to others, giving people advice, like Hiroshima and Deku. And while I think it's not that he wants to be hostile, it's just that he disagrees so much with what they're doing right now that he seems very hostile. Because obviously his entire motivation is because he wants to be a hero. He doesn't want to please others just for the sake of pleasing others. That's not his style. His style is winning. His style is fighting through hardship and stuff like that. And while Bakugo is probably one of the people who could use a break the most, he's not a person who would allow himself to do something like that. And I'm really, one of the things that actually hit me here is that we don't really get to see Deku's reaction to this. I mean, did we even see Deku in this chapter? I don't really feel like we did a lot. Like, maybe in the background? Don't even know if he's here. Yeah, actually, I have no idea if we even see him in this chapter. I cannot find him. Maybe he's still at the hospital, who knows. I don't know how much time has passed since But I do think it was interesting to see just Bakugo being against it. But I also like the fact that not the fact, but despite the fact that he was yelling a lot of them, it was still like somewhat rational conversation. Like they, like the class more or less acknowledged that Bakugo had the view he had, and they understand where he's coming from because obviously that's his personality, and they understand what he's been through. Like none of them will ever be able to really understand because he was the one who was kidnapped by the villains, so he has a completely different viewpoint than everyone else, and he's always been a little bit more motivated than everyone else. So they understand that he has a different viewpoint, and they respect that he has a different viewpoint, but that's not really gonna let them, it's not enough to, like, make them change their mind about this, although Ida does, like, he does mention, like, oh, we should probably have thought this through more, because Bakugo has a point when they say they're just doing this to please other people, which is not really what they're supposed to do as heroes. I mean, you're supposed to save other people or fight villains and then win. So I thought it was a really interesting conversation because I feel like that more than anything points towards what direction this arc is gonna go in. Hopefully it's gonna be a short arc. I don't, just because I feel like story-wise it's not gonna do too much unless we get like a big plot twist, I don't know. But just from what we've seen so far, but I do want more characterization. I do want, obviously because I'm a sucker for Bakugo and just the journey that he's on, I would love to see more of him and just how he's gonna deal with this position he's put himself in now that he's not really with the class. He's probably not gonna participate here. But I really do want to see him and Deku just have a conversation or something. I feel like there's potential here for just to see more of where Bakugo is headed, because it's not like he's at a crossroad, but he is at a point where he can kind of choose how to develop and where to go, because he's more knowledgeable now, he's able to stay more calm than before, and he has more self-control. So it's gonna be really interesting to see just how he uses his, I don't want to call them newfound abilities because that's not really what it is, but just how he uses his new knowledge and how because he understands that he needs to change. But I'm interested in seeing just how that will happen, because it's not like he's gonna change the entire personality. That wouldn't make any sense at all, and it wouldn't be very fun either. But I would like to see him do something, not necessarily out of self-interest, because he usually does things out of self-interest, but I wanted to see him do something very hero-like. So while it's kind of out of self-interest because he wants to improve as a hero, I would like it to be like something very selfish and still something very something that we wouldn't normally see him do, or something he would never have done like 3 weeks back. And I wanted it to be something small as well, like not like save an entire village or something. Like Eri gets lost at the school festival and Bakugo helps her find her way back to Deku or something. Like something really cute and nice like that. Just to see that he can maybe work with people. And also it would be a great throwback to his time with the children, just like connecting with Eri, because I do want to see those two characters meet just for the sake of it. So I'm really interested in seeing where Bakugo will go from here, because I've had a very like clear vision, and this chapter really it reminds me that Bakugo is very stubborn, that he has very strong viewpoints. It's very hard to argue with them unless he gains new knowledge, because Bakugo is I mean, it's not that he's unafraid of saying that he's wrong, but he does acknowledge if he's ever wrong about something, and he does acknowledge that he can't always be right even though he really wants to. Like, that's the entire reason that he's so smart, that he's so good at basically everything. It's because he likes to be the best at everything. He likes to be right. He likes to be on top. So he works hard for that. And sometimes you gain new knowledge and know that you made a mistake. So yeah, it was really good for Bakugo fangirls and fanboys all over the world. But I am still interested in this new villain here, Gentleman or whatever. Because he reminds me a lot of Aoyama, if Aoyama was evil. Which I know some people still think he is. I feel like maybe not. I feel like that would have been revealed maybe. Because it was a bit like, But yeah, I think it was really, it was very unexpected to have that kind of, that discussion between the class. And again, as I said a couple of weeks ago, really happy about the focus on Jiro. I really want her character to be fleshed out, because I love her so much. I love her concept. I love her, I love how different she is when she's being a hero and when she's being, just a student, because she's a little bit shy as a student, but she's, she thinks quickly when she's a hero. She understands her powers, even though obviously she has a lot of room to improve. And her concept is very cool. I really like it, so I'm very interested in seeing just how much she's gonna be featured in this arc, because she is the center of this entire performance they're putting together. So it would be very nice to see her in a leadership-ish role, because I think she would be very good at that. And just, again, I just like her character a lot, so it would be great to see more of her. But I have been talking for so long now. I did not expect for me to talk this long, but, you know, me and Bakugo could talk about that boy forever. Still love him, even though I disagree with him. But that's the fun thing. Like, when you can disagree with your favorite character, I think that's great, because you don't always have to agree with them, but you can understand their viewpoint, and you can understand that sometimes they're wrong and sometimes their values just differ from yours, and you have a different understanding of what's going on. So that's very nice. But you can leave a comment to say what you think about this. Like, do you understand both viewpoints? Do you think Bakugo is completely wrong, just dismissing what they're doing, or do you think he's right? Like, what's your opinion on that? Because that's actually what I'm more interested in. Obviously, you can also put your opinions on our new villain here, because he's an interesting character as well. But I think I'm gonna be more interested in seeing him when he actually, when he has a more direct, a direct impact on the story and on our characters. Because, like, until they meet or until he does something that directly impacts our character, it's like he's just there, kind of. But I expect for that to happen, obviously, because otherwise there wouldn't be no point in introducing him. It's just a matter of when it will happen. But yeah, you can like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye.